Hi, this is Bob Weiss. I'm the host of Shaking Your World. Cheers.
Folks, thank you and welcome home. We are yet again in the Shaker's Kitchen. Today we are doing another Portuguese dish. This is a Portuguese baked egg dish. And a little different riff on this. Sometimes you get this with sausage, sometimes without. We've got a really nice sausage, so we're going to integrate that into this mixture as well. So again, I like the entire concept of a one-pan cooking. So we're going to take the exact same pan, which is kind of akin to a paella pan. We're going to use this to actually bake our dish. And then from there, we're going to do our presentation at some point as well. So real simple, what we're going to do is we've got this lovely sausage that's pork sausage that's made for us by Glorioso's in Milwaukee. And we bring it into the house and we re-season this and kind of make it our own. And then we par this. So when you come here and order one of the fabulous pizzas at Shaker's, you'll get a thoroughly cooked sausage because it is par baked. And from there, it would go on your pie and continue the baking process. So we just got this right now, and I am going to mix this. That's about all you need. It's just enough for the bottom of the pan. Olive oil, of course, we are doing Portugal, so olive oil is the play here. And I'm going to take our sausage and just kind of move that around. Rather like this. Maybe one or two more pieces would probably help that. So the herbs and spices on this, again, fairly basic Portuguese flavors. Actually, you see these a lot in the cookery at Shaker's. So I've got black peppercorn, I have tarragon, I have oregano, I have paprika, I have salt, and I have a little bit of cayenne because the Portuguese, of course, circumnavigated the world and they went to different places and scored many different products. And some of those were from Angola, which is a former crown county, and they made that into their piri-piri. So we have our piri here as well, which is an olive oil based product. And we're going to get just a little smear of that on top of here. So this has been aging for about 3 weeks. It has just some real dynamic flavors to it. You don't need a ton of that. So I'm just going to take some Roma tomatoes. If you want to use beefsteaks or anything else, you certainly can feel free. The beautiful thing is that these all came from the farmer's market. They were just sourced, so they are incredibly fresh. And this is what we want to carry forward with everything, are these marvelous flavors. And we're just going to line this around this like this. Something like that. Banana chili peppers. If you don't have bananas, there's other chilies that you can use. I like the flavor profile on these. I like the little bit of boost that you get, and it's not overly hot. We do have a variant of that. It's kind of a cross between a banana and a poblano. And these are semi-sharp. They have just a little more tang to them, but not enough to hurt anybody. We're not going to put a jalapeno in here. We certainly could put a serrano in here because the flavors are very similar to what you would get with a pili pili, which is the Angola chili pepper, that then became the piri-piri oil. Here's a lovely specimen right now. Thank you, Maria. And the thing about these with chilies is that we're not looking to cause blisters on your tongue. We're rather looking to get a real nice balance of different flavors. So we're just going to get this strewn into here as well. Put her on heat just for a few minutes, and they're going to start to build this with the other components. And the other components, you ask, what are those? Well, I need to get some onion in here, and then we are going to also get some mascarpone. So there's going to be a couple of different cooking stages. The entire dish will take you about 30 minutes or so, including your prep time. So our objective now was just to kind of break down the fibers in the chilies and to get everything to start to work together with the tomatoes and whatever else is going on there. I also need to get some garlic in here because this is a Portuguese dish. So as soon as I get my onion sliced and on, we will get some garlic here. Got a couple beautiful cloves right here. If you wanted to caramelize these first, you certainly could, but it's not crucial to this dish. We're not looking for bitter tones. We're also not looking for necessarily sweet tones. We're just looking for real nice homogeneous garlic flavor that's going to work itself through here. So at this point, we're going to cut out of the camera in a few minutes, but this is just going to work itself away for about 8 or so more minutes. And then we're going to get some mascarpone on top of this. We're going to get this in the oven, launch that. We're going to come back and add our duck eggs to that and see where we go. See you in a minute. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome back. We've got about 15 minutes of cooking into this so far. And again, in the same pan that we began with. So we've mixed things around a little bit so we have an equal heat distribution taking place and real nice cooking flavors. Now, what is typically done in Portugal is going to be using a ricotta style cheese. We're not using ricotta this week at Shakers, so like anything else, I like to use other options. If you got mascarpone, you should use the mascarpone. It has just this brilliant creamy complexion to it, and we're going to get that into here. And this is going to just kind of bake at will into the top of our dish. From here, it's going to go into the oven, and it's going to linger there for about 10 minutes by itself, baking, again, in the exact same pan. And I'm really a fan of the one-pan cooking. I mean, there's so much less to clean up, ease of function, but it also, in my mind, it just really brings things home in a really a homey kind of capacity. So this is a lot of cheese. Fortunately, we're from Wisconsin, so this is all, as a dairy state, that all makes sense too. Now what I'm going to do to kind of cement this in place is to grab a towel, put that here so I've got a base that's not going to be as likely to rotate and pivot, right? So it's got a little firmer position to it. And we're just kind of mash this around a little bit. So ricotta would move a little easier. Obviously ricotta, you know, from lasagna and things like that. Not as dense as the mascarpone is. But this will turn out to just be a sensational dish once we get going. The flavors, again, are going to be big and bold and very Portuguese. Unfortunately, you can't smell how good this smells. Smells good, doesn't it? See, there you go. So, basically, unsolicited opinion of people at the bar, it smells good. So I don't have to have this all the way around just to have a kind of a thing going on like that. And if you're having one of those stressed out days that you just want to knock something out for your family or somebody you love, you know, this couldn't really be easier. And it's real low maintenance, and you don't have to worry about rigorously watching it to make sure it's only going to cook for 8 minutes or something of that nature. It's just incredibly fun dish to do. So my handles are hot because it's been cooking away. So I'm going to launch this now at about 500 degrees or so. And that's just going to be there for about 10, 12 minutes, somewhere in there. So see you in a moment. Thank you. Fantastic. This is extraordinary. It's just exactly what we're looking for. Thanks, Maria. So what we're going to do is I'll bring it down again just because it's a little bit hot up here. And we're going to make a little soft depression, not too much, just a little one. Almost like a little cup. I'm going to put 5 eggs here. Kind of like that. These are duck eggs, and you can see being duck eggs, they're not consistently sized, but they're duck eggs. So we have these in for a omelet competition that we're going to have a little bit later in the week. And I can tell you right now that duck eggs have a thicker shell and membrane than hen eggs do. So it looks like we're going to have 4 of these little points. And let's see if we can dig one in the center. And do one there as well. And back to the oven we go. Eggs, yum. And that'll take, again, about between 8 and 10 minutes, 12 minutes, somewhere in there, depending on the temperature, of course, of your oven. Thanks. Okay, we have set right now, and our eggs look really nice. They're kind of an over easy. We got some fresh bread that's working in our oven. That'll be up in a moment, and then that's going to be our base underneath this dish. But right now, I'm going to get this. The Parmigiano Reggiano is going to go in here. So again, we are in Wisconsin, though this is a Portuguese dish, and cheese is not a stranger to any of us. Cool. Now, the eggs will continue to cook for a little bit, and that's fine. And it's going to maintain its temperature for a while. So just get this out of the way. I'm going to move it up, and it's going to sit right there. If you're serving this to your family, you literally would put this on your table, on a towel or something so it doesn't burn your table, and let people just go at it. So, be right back. Chives from the Gardenet Shakers. Here's our final segment right now. So we've got this is baked well. It's still warm to the touch, but it's not going to burn you terribly, and you can set this down on just a wooden deck. Now, optionally, what you want to have is a pie server for this, but we will make a spatula work. And just over a piece of well-baked, crusty bread. A little fillet around the perimeter. And then we have this marvelous little Portuguese baked egg dish, complete with the chili peppers and multiple cheeses. If you want to garnish this with a little bit of salad or greenery, by all means, please do. In the meantime, this is a complete meal. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for the opportunity, and thanks for following. Cheers.